Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. On the broadcast today, just back from Formula One, Tina Quigley joins us. She's the president and CEO of the Las Vegas Global Economic Alliance. Here for the whole show on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers. Big R is Northern Nevada's #1 Golden Fire wood pellet supplier. More heat, less ash, 100% natural, and no additives. And there's only one place that stocks this many wood pellets, and that's Big R in Sparks, Winnemucca, Fallon, Fernley, and Lovelock. A river of wood pellets at Big R.
For 50 years, Nevada Heating has been keeping people comfortable in their homes. At Nevada Heating, call the Do-It-Right guys and get the heat back on today. Call us today and we'll fix it today. That's the Nevada Heating way. Why freeze for days on end when Nevada Heating can get your furnace fixed today? Call us today and we'll fix it today at 323-5585 or schedule us on our website at nevadaheating.com.
'Tis the season for the Holiday Cash Express at Tamarack Casino. We're trimming the tree with weekly cash giveaways, including a $5,000 winner every Saturday, plus $70,000 in grand prize stocking stuffers, including two $15,000 Holiday Cash winners guaranteed. It's a good time to win at Tamarack Casino.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome back to the program Tina Quigley. She is president and CEO of the Las Vegas Global Economic Alliance. Pleasure to have you back on the program. It's been too long.
Oh, thanks, Sam. I know it's been a while, but I really do enjoy your show. I learn a lot from you guys.
Well, that's very kind. And we should explain that the Las Vegas Global Economic Alliance is basically an economic development authority, correct?
Correct.
All right. So starting there, let's go to the real stuff. You were at F1. What did you think?
Well, the excitement and the electricity and the entertainment of the experience was absolutely amazing. I was there on the first night, and I know Vegas knows how to do entertainment, but that opening ceremony was that surprised me, and I've been here for a long time. I think it surprised a lot of people. It was well executed. I think all of us in the state are looking forward to seeing what the actual revenue numbers are and what occupancy levels were, because I think we believe in it. We really want it. We want those numbers to back it up. So super excited.
It was great to see the comments from the Wynn CEO, Craig Billings, saying that the numbers were through the roof in terms of not only the occupancy and revenue coming in, but actually the amount of money that they had put in credit and people had banked before the event. This was almost like it was designed for them.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it too, it was ultimately the biggest international commercial that you could have for Vegas as a destination, because the amount of international eyes that we had watching that circuit and our skyline, you otherwise could never get.
Well, wait until the Netflix special comes out. In their series.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you talk about a made-for-TV spectacle, and it's going to be amazing.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Good.
Yeah. So
Your
I
next
think
project, Sam.
please God, from your mouth to God's ears. One of the things that was extraordinary, we were just talking about it before we came on the air, was the sight of the sphere. That thing is just mind-blowing inside and outside. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, so I agree with you, and I think a lot of us here would say we, through the construction, we understood what the sphere was conceptually, but I don't think most of us were really understanding the visual impact that this sphere was going to have on our skyline. This thing is beautiful. It is artistic. It is Las Vegas at its core. I haven't been inside yet. I know you said you have, but I understand that the inside is Las Vegas. It is technology. It is forward thinking. It is experiential, and really proud that it is, again, a part of our skyline. It is defining a new Vegas.
It will blow your mind. The audio will blow your mind. The movement of your seat will blow your mind in conjunction with the movie. You will really enjoy that. But it's amazing how, with such an incredible skyline already, that this just added that much more to the skyline. So here's the question I really want to ask you from a professional point of view. How was F1 affecting you in ways of being able to tap into some of these people to say, hey, you should be moving your business or part of your business to Las Vegas? You've got the greatest people in the world.
You are so right. So this was our first major event, and now we have the Super Bowl coming.
That.
Yeah, we'll go to that. So let me tell you what these events do for us. This is actually a really big deal, and so I hate to just jump right into the meat of this, but I'm gonna. We are now learning as a community. I'm not just the LBGEA, but private sector and the municipalities as well. We have come together to form a nonprofit called Locate Now. Now, Locate stands for Local Opportunity Coalition Advancing Transformative Economic Development. Now, we dropped the D because that would be located, and that would be an assumption that we actually got the companies already here. But so Locate Now is a 501c3 where with its own board, but the purpose of that board is to identify the major events where we want to invest some money to attract companies that otherwise probably would just kind of brush us off. If we call or we make contact with them and say, hey, why don't you, Las Vegas is a great place to do business. Why don't you come out? It's really easy for them to say, you know what? Yeah, we've been thinking about moving up to the West or getting out of California. It's on our list. We'll call you when we're ready. Having a major event as an anchoring device for attracting these companies is the ultimate tool. Actually, the Super Bowl will be our first one where we truly are activating it. And we have the tickets to the Super Bowl are donated by private sector. But we are able to now call up some biomed companies, some sports medicine companies, sports and entertainment technology companies, advanced manufacturing companies, some names that we otherwise would not be able to get their attention. And they are saying yes. We've got 16 companies that have agreed to come 3 days before the Super Bowl to spend with us, wherein we take them out to communities. We show them, our higher ed. We show them some, schools, neighborhoods. The governor will be there to talk to them about our incentive programs. We will have other CEOs speak with them about what their experience has been like doing business in Southern Nevada. So kind of this intense, well, we won't make it tense. We won't stress them out with super tight schedules, but we will get them to learn more about doing business here. And we think it's just the greatest tool ever to get our noses, just to get in there and get their attention in ways that we otherwise wouldn't have been able to do.
It's funny, as you were saying that, it was taking me back to the earlier days of Vegas, like the 50s and 60s, when people didn't know about Vegas or Reno for that matter, and hosts would go to other cities and bring in potential high rollers into the marketplace and take them on a tour. and they would suddenly go, oh my goodness, I had no idea. And all of a sudden they would realize what existed. And I think you're absolutely right. For a lot of these big corporations, if they have not come socially to Las Vegas, they really don't know what's there. And when somebody says to me, oh yeah, I've been to Vegas, but I haven't been there in 5 or 6 years. And I'm like, well, you haven't been to Vegas. I mean, it's changed so much just year by year now. It's astonishing.
You know what, you said something that everybody said, and I wish we could call it to this to it. You said, people say, I had no idea. And a lot of people who have moved here, or a lot of companies who have moved here say that, I had no idea. Because when you think of Las Vegas, you really just think of that strip, you know, that 1 mile by 7 miles. And you don't think about the fact that it's a community beyond that. And then actually it has a very strong economy. And so much to do, the access. Our airport has more direct flights than any airport should have for a population of only 2.4 million. We have enough direct flights that, it should be a population that would normally be with cities of 10 million or more, which makes it super easy for doing business. And then of course the outdoor activities. And I know we love to see all the negative headlines on education, and certainly there are challenges there, but we have some neighborhoods with 5-star schools. Your kid can go K through 12, 5-star, of course, charter schools, public schools. So, and the other thing, that's fun about Las Vegas, and I think it's the same in Northern Nevada, probably in Nevada in general, is I say we're a population of 2.4 million, and I know all 50 of them. Because when it comes to doing business, there's really only, and it's more than 50, but it actually is we're a small town, big city, but small town, and that it actually is very easy to get to know the people you need to know, to execute the things that you need to execute, to get to your municipal leaders. So I think that's something that people don't realize either.
Well, I think you can find a different way to say this, but somebody many years ago said to me that Reno wasn't a small San Francisco, it was a big Winnemucca. And I think that really you can take the same analogy for Las Vegas, because really, as you say, it's not hard to get in once you have the right people like your organization that can take you, and people can be held by the hand and meet the governor and meet the mayors and understand that economic development is really possible, and it's not going to take forever. So that's a really good thing. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about more specifics after this timeout.
It's the $200,000 Cars and Cash giveaways at Carson Valley Inn. Cash and prize drawings Thursdays and Saturdays. Plus, win a 2023 Ford F-150 or we'll pay you cash instead. Don't miss your chance to play and win. Cars and Cash at the Carson Valley Inn.
Remember 2010 in Northern Nevada? 13 to 14% unemployment, thousands of homes in foreclosure, Nevada's casinos closing. Families in the Reno-Sparks area were hurting. Many were losing everything. Then Story County launched a game changer for our region, a public-private industrial partnership, streamlined permitting, slashed bureaucracy, attracting Fortune 500 companies that made Nevada their home. Story County generated a river of cash to area communities. Economic studies by the state and others for the Gigafactory consistently show positive economic benefits for our region. $4 billion in local wages, $17 billion in consumer spending and economic activity, over $100 million in taxes to Washoe, Story, Reno, Sparks, and Nevada, just for the Gigafactory alone. Story County, improving Northern Nevada one industry at a time.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
Safety is the #1 priority for the trucking industry. Over $7 billion a year is spent on technology like this electronic eye that will apply the brakes automatically. But the most important factor for safety is the truck driver. These hardworking men and women who safely move over 70% of our nation's freight and 94% of Nevada's. We thank you because trucks move America forward.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Tina Quigley. She is the president and CEO of the Las Vegas Global Economic Alliance. One of the things that's exciting to me about what's going on in Las Vegas, and I'm sure is something that helps you, is Blackfire out at UNLV that Bo Bernhardt, who's a VP of Economic Development for UNLV, helps to run. That is just incredible because you have every advanced technology on the planet trying to get their way into that organization.
Yes, so that is a great tool, and we bring companies out there regularly, and we always try to get them to meet with Bo as well, because Bo's energy is contagious, and he's smart, and he is exactly right. The fun economy is where really our sweet spot lies, and we need to be leveraging that. But we bring out companies there so that they can see, because I don't know that people often think of Las Vegas as a leading edge, technology forward, learning environment, a place where you can test, deploy, find students, find workers. So this institute is a great way to show in one facility our advantages there. We show a lot of companies there, and they come back saying, I think I want my office there.
Well, you know, one of the things that Bo says is that the fun economy is actually bigger than the pharmaceutical industry in terms of revenue, which is astounding.
Mm-hmm. It is. And the other thing that he is quick to point out, not to keep quoting Bo, but I like this very, very much, is that we need to recognize that the middle class in other countries is growing exponentially. And the first thing that you do after you have food and shelter and security covered, the next thing that you do is start to turn to the fun things, experiences. And so I think he's really right that there's a lot of growth left beyond just hospitality and gaming for Las Vegas, for inventing experiential type applications, programs, etc., that the rest of the world is going to consume.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because years ago on this program, Rossi Valancata was on when he was head of the Convention Authority. And he said at that time that the next big push was going to be into India, to bring Indians from India, because it's 1.2 billion people, maybe more at this point in time. And you think in terms of the hotel motel industry in the United States, I mean, there is an awful lot of people from Southeast Asia running those properties. I agree with you, and I think that middle class market is growing, and that's something we should be tapping into. Let me ask you a couple of other things real quick here. Apex. It looks like Apex finally has its act together after former Mayor John Lee pushed so hard, and Ryan Juden is pushing hard, and they did a lot of things in terms of trying to emulate Story County in terms of cutting red tape to be able to get people to be able to move there. Are you seeing a lot of interest in Apex at this point?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yes. Apex is our industrial center right now. So yes, when we talk about advanced manufacturing piece, and it's perfect timing, right? Because there's so many companies at this point that really do want to get out of California for a myriad of reasons. And so Apex, because it is so easily, because of the transportation infrastructure, you can easily get back into Southern California. You can easily get to the ports. In fact, let me share with you, we have one company that we just announced that is moving here. That's Chameleon Beverage. And he's actually going to be manufacturing the bottles here, because we can't manufacture liquids. It's a beverage company. Then shipping the bottles back to California to be filled with their water, and then bringing them back here for distribution. So it's cheaper for him to do that than it is to continue to operate fully in California or to expand more into California. Apex was a ready place for him, so that is where he's going. I sit in regularly with the brokers, SIOR. In their meetings, they have a lot of focus just on discussing the activity up at Apex and what is going on. Prologis just bought the old Faraday Futures site and is going to be building industrial buildings that can be for small. They'll break it up into smaller type companies, which really is more of the demand that we're seeing. So it is growing fast.
All right, I've got other topics I want to hit to, so let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Take a look at Pro Group Management and see how your workers' comp requirements can be met head-on. By taking a proactive approach, Pro Group can assure that your company is meeting or exceeding state and federal standards. As you move forward in your industry, Pro Group moves with you, simplifying regulatory tasks, clearing the way so you can get the job done and look to your future success. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
'Tis the season for the Holiday Cash Express at Tamarack Casino. We're trimming the tree with weekly cash giveaways, including a $5,000 winner every Saturday, plus $70,000 in grand prize stocking stuffers, including two $15,000 Holiday Cash winners guaranteed. It's a good time to win at Tamarack Casino.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Tina Quigley. She's the president and CEO of the Las Vegas Global Economic Alliance. So, several years ago, you ran RTC. And one of the things I love about RTCs and airports is that you have to plan out 20, 30 years in advance because you know where the growth is coming from, like demographers do, and you have to plan for it. So I just recently had an exclusive interview with Rosemary Vasiliadis and Joanna Jacob from Clark County to talk about...
Rosemary's my old boss.
Right, there you go. The topic was Ivanpah, the airport that they've now made a city for. It's going to be 6,000 acres for the airport, and then there's 17,000 acres around there that is going to be there for development. I'm thinking that in your long-term strategy, that has to be a part of it because that just seems to me to be the hugest economic development opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And we get a lot of questions about that. I think as it progresses, there'll be, right now, McCarran, or the airport team, the Harry Reid International leadership team is working on getting that project up and running and going again. Eventually, the whole community, our legislator, our congressional delegation at a national level, at a local level, there will be conversations about what that needs to be, because there'll be roles and swim lanes for absolutely every form of leadership and government in Southern Nevada related to that, because you only get one chance to do this, right? And you want to do it right. You want to do it smart. You want to make sure that that there is a checklist and that we have gone through and been forward thinking the whole way.
Well, you know, I think about the Boring Company at the convention center and how when you go down to that platform, they can turn it into a nightclub if they want to. I'm thinking
that's forward thinking, right?
Right. And I'm thinking that even though it's years down the road, but the ideas that can be there for what Ivanpah could be as an airport, it would be Denver on steroids.
And to do that, leadership is really going to matter. It takes very strong, forward-thinking leaders to do that, because you'll get a lot of resistance. There will be those who just want to be reactionary in terms of the development. I think we're lucky to have the leadership that is going to say, you know, at a federal level, a delegation, at a regional level, or county, they're going to say, no, we're going to do this thoughtfully. And so I'm very glad that we have some of the leaders that we do who are going to not be reactionary, but be forward thinking.
When I was back in D.C. in September, both of our senators made the comments that whatever Clark County needs, they will do their best to get it taken care of. And I'm thinking, back in the day, there was discussion at that point about light rail being installed between Ivanpah and Las Vegas itself. Do you think that that's still the viable way to go? And also, what kind of roads? I mean, there aren't highways at this point, right, between Ivanpah and Las Vegas. So won't those have to be built as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You'll have to increase the ground transportation capacity. I think the Bright Line, which I'm still a big champion believer in, that Bright Line project will go forward. And I know that they took into consideration the Ivanpah Airport as part of their plans. So they are aware of it. Of course, they traverse through a portion of it. And that's not light rail, that's high speed rail, but I believe that they've taken that into consideration as part of their long-term planning. But yeah, roadway capacity will have to be very thoughtfully planned. And then, there'll probably be some opportunity, but by the time that this is going, there'll probably be increasingly what they call the vertical takeoff and landing type aviation modes of transportation that will need to be taken into consideration as well. Those are for very short trips. They're vertical takeoff, then land probably over somewhere in the strip area. That type of transportation will need to be planned for as well.
So kind of like Hawker Harrier aircraft. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but more smaller and for smaller, just pedestrian type uses.
Okay, I got 100 more questions, but we're out of time. So that means please come back soon.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hey, you know what? Why don't we come back maybe after the Super Bowl or something where I can share with you the experience that we've tried to curate for these larger company CEOs and see.
That sounds like a wonderful plan to me. Thank you so much for doing this, Tina. Always a pleasure.
Hey, thanks. All right,
we'll be right back.
I'm Mike Swanson, and welcome to the Winnemucca Big R.
Hi, I'm John Walker. Welcome to Big R Lovelock.
Hi, I'm Rich Martin. Welcome to Fallon Big R.
My name is Braden. Welcome to Big R Fernley.
Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to Big R Sparks.
Imagine a magical garden that feeds Carson City's hungry and homeless, teaches our high school students agriculture, creates hanging floral displays to beautify downtown, and yet charges nothing. It's not magic. It's the Greenhouse Project. It's real, it's growing, and it needs your help. Go online to carsоncitygreenhouse.org so together we can grow it forward.
Modern boutique Ahern Hotel and Event Center sits at the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. 2 floors of meeting and event space are ideal for groups and conventions. Stay in one of 200 luxurious rooms and suites. Brand your event throughout the property. Flexible event spaces make for easy planning and personalization. Take over the entire hotel with a full buyout option.
Thanks for watching Nevada Newsmakers. You can catch us online 24 hours a day at NevadaNewsmakers.com, or you can download the podcast wherever you like to get your podcast. We'll see you on the next broadcast.